Welcome to pile number 1. Look at the image this card carries. A cloaked figure and a small child being ferried across water. 6 swords standing upright in the prow of the boat. A ferryman guiding them steadily forward with a long pole. The water behind them is rough and broken. The water ahead is glassy and still. And the boat is moving. Quietly, without spectacle, without fanfare, but moving. If you chose this pile, this is the truest picture of where you actually are. And it is not where the voice asking this question wants you to believe you are. You are not behind. You are in transition, and those two things feel almost identical from the inside but are profoundly different in meaning. The people in this boat are not standing still, and neither are you. They have left something difficult behind, something that cost them, something they are perhaps still carrying in the body even as the worst of it recedes into the distance, and they are making their way towards steadier ground. That is not the portrait of someone who has fallen behind. That is the portrait of someone who has survived something and kept going, which requires a kind of quiet courage that tends to go entirely unrecognized, especially by the person doing it. The 6 of Swords asks you to reconsider the measuring stick you have been using. Progress through difficulty does not always look like the highlight reel version of forward motion. Sometimes it looks like this. A small boat, still water ahead, the hard thing growing smaller behind you. You are exactly where the arc of your life needs you to be. The crossing is already underway. Welcome to pile number 2. The figure in the 4 of Swords lies in perfect stillness on a stone tomb, hands folded in a gesture of quiet prayer. 3 swords suspended on the wall above and one resting beside them. A stained glass window casts its colored light across the scene. Everything here is paused, deliberately, intentionally, completely. This is not a card of defeat or stagnation. It is a card of sacred rest, of the body and spirit doing the invisible, essential work of recovery. And it has arrived to answer your question with a gentleness that the question itself perhaps hasn't been offering you. No, you are not behind. You are resting. And you may have been making yourself feel guilty for it in a world that has confused exhaustion with laziness and stillness with failure. The knight in this image is not weak. He is wise enough to know that returning to the world depleted serves no one, least of all himself. The swords on the wall are not going anywhere. The life waiting for you outside this period of quiet is not going anywhere either. But you cannot meet it fully if you drag yourself toward it before you are ready, running on nothing but the anxiety that you should already be further along. There is also something in this card about the way recovery looks from the outside, which is to say, invisible. No one watching the knight lying still would know the restoration happening beneath the surface. If your life has looked quiet or slow to others, or even to you, that stillness may be doing far more than it appears. Trust the pause. The window in this card lets the light in even in the silence. So does yours. Welcome to pile number 3. 3 figures fill this card with an energy that is impossible not to feel. Arms raised, cups touching in celebration, flowers tumbling around their feet, faces turned toward each other in a joy that is entirely unself-conscious. There is no timeline in this image. No checklist, no milestone marker, no quiet comparison to where anyone else is standing. There is only this: people who love each other, celebrating the simple, extraordinary fact of being alive and together. If you chose this pile, your card is not just answering your question. It is gently, warmly redirecting it. You are not behind. But more than that, this card is asking you to examine where the question came from and whose voice it is really being asked in. The anxiety that you are somehow late to your own life, that others have moved further, accumulated more, figured out things you haven't, is almost never your own original thought. It is something absorbed from culture, from comparison, from a measuring system you never agreed to but somehow ended up inside of. The 3 of Cups knows nothing of that system, and it has no interest in it. What this card names as the real richness of your life is the connection within it. The people you raise a cup with, the laughter that happens without being planned, the friendships that hold you on the ordinary Tuesdays as much as the celebrations. That is not a consolation prize for missing some imaginary finish line. That is the whole point. You are not behind. You are, in the ways that will one day matter most to you, exactly where you should be.